Hello everybody. Today the technology that we're going to use is the Fit Step Pedometer by Gopher. Now we were lucky enough to get these through our department. We have a set of 30 of them and we tend to use them from time to time. So I'm going to explain to you basically what they are, how to use them, why we use them, and also show you how it works and how you can use it in your classroom. So the first thing is we're going to go over the price. Each one of these are about $15.95 per pedometer, and you can upgrade to the Fit Step Pro, which has an uploadable feature where you can actually plug them in right to your computer and upload the steps and the progress of your students for an additional $15 to $17. Those range between $28 and $33. So we're going to go outside. We're going to show you how these work, how you put them on, and how you can use them with your students. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how to put this on, how it works, and how to reset it. So the first thing you do when you get your pedometer is you take the pedometer and you open it up. My last set of steps was actually 5,160. I went for a nice little walk today. So now I'm going to show you how to reset it. As you can see, the steps are right there. There's a yellow button that your students will hold in. Now, with middle schoolers, sometimes they get a little impatient, so you have to tell them that it takes a few seconds. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. So it takes about 4 to 5 seconds. It resets back to 0. That's how you know you're good to go. Shut the pedometer. Now the most important thing with the pedometer is that you clip it on to your waist. You're going to clip it onto either your sweatpants, your jeans, or your pocket. You never want to clip it onto a t-shirt or a loose piece of clothing because you don't want to lose it. It's going to measure the hip movement. So now just a quick little basic. So if you had your students running in place like this, let's say for about 30 seconds, you now have them stop. This is a good way to check to see if your pedometer is working. So just in that little bit, it registered at 18 steps. So we're just about right in terms of that. The most important thing is you want to tell your students not to shake the pedometer. A lot of them will like to shake the pedometer and try to get more steps. So I just shook it for an extra 10 steps. So right now I would reset it again. I'm going to hold in the reset button. It will clear back to 0. I'll check it and I will clip it back on. So now we're just going to show a few different movements. Right now, if your students were playing football out in the field, you could maybe have them do some different drills, running around, getting some basic drills in, such as work on some throwing drills. At the end of class, again, have your students check the pedometer. Right there, I just took about 15 steps, so we know it's working. Now, a sport such as golf, or maybe more stationary sports, just as throwing the football around, you may not register as much. So we're going to actually take a look and see how well this registers on the game of golf. So right now, I am still at 15 steps. I'm going to see if it registers our golf swing. So I just took a golf swing, and it did not register that I actually took a golf swing. So with these pedometers, they really need to have a full physical movement, such as a hop, a jump, a run, a skip. So you really need to make sure that they're keeping track of that. Now what I did with the pedometers this year is we actually had a project-based learning class. And what we had to do with a group of students is we had them wear their pedometers all week. We let them take them home, use them at the practices, use them around their house, and they had to record that data into an activity chart. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back inside to the computer. I'm going to show you exactly how to input that into an Excel chart that then you can make as a physical activity graph for your students. It's a really nice way of getting data to show to the parents, the students, and also your faculty and staff. All right, now we're going to show you how to input your data. So like I said, the students will have their fitness logs in front of them. They will have 7 days of fitness steps. So right here, we're going to show you exactly how to put those fitness steps in. Now I start with 1. Let's say that our students take 12,000 steps. That would be number 1. You would then go down to the next one. Let's say that day they're very active. They took 9,000. This time we're going to say that they had a very active day of 40,000 steps. And the next day they may have had testing, so they only took, let's say, 5,000 steps, 7,500 steps, 950 steps because they had MCAS testing, and then let's say Sunday They had a game, so they took 35,000 steps. Now once you have this data in here, it's very important to tell the students to make sure that day 1, if day 1 is Monday, that is the right steps. If day 7 is Sunday. Some classes may want to start on Sunday, they may want to start on Wednesday, depending on when you give the pedometers. So now the next thing that you're going to do is you're actually going to insert a chart. So if you see right here, you can click on charts. Now the students can come up to here, they can click on a column chart, a line chart, a pie chart, bar chart, etc. Now if they're going to do a column chart, they would click this. They would then click what type they would like. Again, it's up to the student, it's up to the teacher, you may have some regulations. So let's do a 3D cluster column chart. Now we'll insert our chart. So right now, you can see right here, we have just a very basic chart. I won't bore you with all the details on how to do this. This is something that you can explain more to your students as we go. But I will show you a quick example of one of our students, so we won't save that created this. So this is John's fitness chart. This is one of our students in the 8th grade middle school. And you can see that he decorated his own colors. He added some nice blues and reds. You can read it very well with every chart. We all know you need a title, which he has, so that will be good. On the left side, it tells what that information is, steps taken. So Monday, just as we can see, he took approximately 7,000 steps. His most active day was Wednesday. He was almost up to 14,000 steps. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday were very close as well. Then at the bottom of this, you will see that we had our students actually answer some questions. So what was your most active day? Wednesday, because he had 2 soccer practice and a hockey practice. He was the least active on Sunday because he had no sporting activities, and that is also what he calls his lazy day. And third, he did not really find the log helpful because he already knew which days he was most active, but he said it was very cool to see exactly how many steps that he took in one day. So this is a really nice project that you can use technology. As I said earlier, you can upgrade to the FitStep Pro, which will actually allow the students to take a pedometer very similar to this, plug it directly into the computer, and it will monitor the steps and their activity. Now with these pedometers, you may also monitor the students' moderate to vigorous activity. So as you can see on this pedometer, it has 3 easy steps. So far we haven't had our students do it because we have multiple students using these. But basically what you do is you check how many steps you take in 1 minute during a brisk walk. You will then set the moderate to vigorous level activity towards your age for 1 minute, and the screen will show how many minutes you extended that number. So it will show how active you were in the moderate to vigorous physical activity. So that is the piece of technology that we're using today. I hope that you can possibly use this in your classroom. It is a very basic form of technology that continues to grow, and also with the technology that we get here on our computers, you can share this data with family, friends, and other colleagues. So our plan is to use this actually at our upcoming Spring Open House to show the parents exactly what we do with our students. So thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing everybody else's videos.